Now you got sound. I'm sorry. Once again, Terry, I seen your. I'll say it again. I seen your message on my pre-recorded little promo I was running all night long and half the day today. And is it anything any better? Or, I think I read. If I read it correctly, you said your dad had fell and cracked his skull or something like that. But we'll definitely be praying. But we've been sitting up here getting some work done, thinking, looking at storage units, and I'm telling you, we're on a storage unit drought. They look awful. I mean, awful. And there's not none really. I mean, I'd go after the awful ones at this point in time if they were closer. But 2 or 3 hours away doesn't justify going after the awful ones, the crappy looking ones, when you're out U-Haul and gas and time. If they were closer, like in Gallatin and Bowling Green and surrounding, even Nashville, we'd go after several of them. If nothing else, to get stuff for the dollar shed. A V1 fracture. Okay, I got you, Terry. I misread that last night. I was putting that on and I saw it pop up as I was leaving or when I was sitting in the truck checking it on my phone. And y'all keep my sister in your prayers. I just talked to my brother and it ain't looking good. I'm hoping she don't give up and she keeps fighting and fighting and fighting. And that's my prayer, that she just keeps fighting and fights this thing off. We went up and seen her here yesterday or the day before. Makes me really sad. I've said this before, the day that as a child I always feared having such a big family. We will, Tim. Which brother is it? But the day that I dreaded most, because I had such a big family, of course there was 10 of us, but the 10th child died at 2 weeks old. So all my life, being the youngest, the 9th child, the baby at the time, my biggest fear was losing my siblings. I could have went, way before they did, or still could. But my biggest fear, all right, Tim, we'll remember Larry for sure. But my biggest fear was losing my family. Of course, first my mom and dad, because I was the youngest child and they were older when they had me. And then brothers and sisters. And that day has come upon us. There was 4 boys, and me and Kenneth left. Pete and Larry's gone. The 6 girls, Lisa, Lena, and Barbara's gone. At least 3 girls, Wanda, Kathy, and Kay. And I guess it's just part of, as you grow old, and it's part of life. And it's something that you don't want to accept, but you have to accept it. But there's nothing else you can do. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys. We're going to probably go tomorrow since units are just awful, awful, awful. And I miss my treasure hunting so bad. But times are hard now. So we're probably going to go get to one of the best places to grab some pallet items, which those are items that you folks can justify buying. And I want to get on here and ask you, even if you're watching a recording of this right now, I wanted to get on here and see if you guys, there's anything in particular that I need to look for in some of these pallets that you're looking for, whether it be sheet sets, comforters, coffee machines, toasters, things like that. Anything particular that you want me to try to find, Halloween items, Christmas items, and some of you guys will be on here later on and watch a recording of this, and you can type it in the comments, and I'll go back and look at the comments, because I want to try to get things that my customers will be interested in, and not just the cheapest things or the best bargains. When I go and I look at pallets, I try to think, now Gettysburg Rich would like that, or Bill Horvath would like that, or Robert Warden would like that, or Terry Spitz would like that, or Tim Anderson would like that. Things like that. Is what I keep in my mind, and we're probably going to go tomorrow morning, and I'll have them on tomorrow night's auction, a lot of that stuff. And I'm also going to look at some items for the dollar shed, real lower priced items that we can put over there. I'd like to say this, that our dollar shed, the first week in business, that right now it's in the black. I'm tickled to death that the first week turned out to be in the black, because the auction right now is not running in the black. The antique mall here is not running in the black, running in the red. So hunting and fishing stuff, I'll look, and maybe new tools, socket sets, drills, things like that too, Robert. I know some folks asked for it. I'm gonna write that down, hunting, fishing stuff. And I'll take these little notes with me tomorrow. Sound's not working here in Virginia. It should be working now. You might have to go out and back in. Go read my lips, John, since it's not working. Oh, working now. I was going to do some lips. Solar stuff. What was it I sold last week? The trickle down solar thing. That was a pretty good item. Solar stuff, tools. Yeah, I'm big on solar lights and stuff that you can put in your yard, and you don't got to worry about the electricity and things like that. That's what I want to do Christmas time too. I want to, even if I take some of the electrified, the big plastic snowmen or the candles or the Santa Claus or the sleighs, take some of them and take the electrical out of them, and all you got to do is take some landscaping. I did that with the big lights in front of my house, and silicone and screw the landscaping lights inside that hole, and they light up pretty good. Then you got a bunch of wires running around Christmas time in your yard, and a lot of that, you plug all that stuff in at Christmas, you can see the meter just zooming. LED lighting helps it a little bit now, but it's still it's an extra bill we don't need this Christmas. So if you find some cheap solar lights, landscaping lights, and you've got some of the older plastic stuff you put out in the yard, and also if I come across any of those, India loves them. They're solar lights, and it's a big long stretch of them. She stretched them around one of her wooden swing sets outside. It lights up every evening, just beautiful. That would be great at Christmas time too, to wrap them around your poles and on your porch, or even up on your gutter and stuff. It may not be just bright, but it'd be neat, cheap solar energy. So right now, tomorrow, I'll be looking for hunting, fishing, solar stuff, and tools. And I know there's several people that's asked about bed sheets and comforters and things like that. So I used to just avoid those pallets. I don't know why I did, but that's something that we can justify buying now, and without saying, I shouldn't have bought that, I didn't really need it. We always need sheets, we always need comforters and things like that. And wintertime is approaching upon us. So, and before we know it, Thanksgiving, Christmas will be here, because it's done going to be September pretty soon. I know Halloween stuff, we've done sold you guys some Halloween stuff, but if I see some more like bigger decorations for Halloween, which may be impossible to get right now, I may try to get some of that stuff. Our funds right now is not to where we can buy 10, 20 pallets. We'll be lucky to get 4 or 5 tomorrow. Antiques, Charles. That's you didn't catch earlier. That's where the storage units come in, and the ones I've been looking at. And believe me, every day, 2 or 3 times a day, I'll go on the different storage unit sites, and I look. I do. I look really hard because I know that's where I get a lot of my antiques and collectibles, little rare things, little compasses and little things, watches, things like that, antique stuff that we all like to collect. And right now, unless there's some units that comes up in the next few days that don't just go through the roof, and I'm hoping by the end of the week maybe a unit will come up that we can get, and we can get to having a mixture of antiques and collectibles. We always did that. We had new stuff, mixture of antiques and collectibles, and I'm looking in the basement now to see if I've got other antiques collectibles that I can sort of mix in with tomorrow night's auction. We are going to have some of the Playmobil. I know some of you that's got grandkids or something like that. We're going to have some of that tomorrow night and Thursday night, and hopefully the pallets. They may have some stuff you like, Charles, like Robert was talking about there. They may have some of the tools and hunting stuff and fishing stuff and things like that, but won't be no antiques unless, and I'm going to do that this evening on through the night. I'm going to be down in the basement at boxes and boxes down there that I'm going to sort through and try to pick out some neat little items for you guys to bid on, the folks that likes that type of items. So that's the one thing I loved about the storage units. 50% of the time you would find some neat little antiques and collectible items. But man, I don't, even the ones I bought in Nashville a few months ago, zip, nothing hardly. I mean, it wasn't super anything out of that. So we've been on a drought as far as buying storage units, and it's not from the lack of looking or the lack of bidding on them. The one that was in Little Rock, I'm telling you, would have been super, super great. There was 3 of them. One was 10 by 40, one was 10 by 30, I think, and the other was 10 by 20. And you could tell the way each one of them was packed that they were sister units. They belonged to the same person. And it was an older person's unit, because anytime you see a walker, I will be praying for you, Sandy. Anytime you see walkers and oxygen bottles, you can pretty much know that that person passed away, and their children put all their stuff in the unit. And it's I thought, I'm going to get them for $2,000, because one was at 80, one was at 300. The highest one was at 600. Night before they ended the next day. I got up the next day. One of them was at 4,600. One was at 30-some hundred. They ended over $10,000. I didn't even watch them end. It was just, there was no way you could invest that. I didn't have it to invest anyway. There was no way, if I'd had it, I wouldn't have invested that in them. But make a long story a little bit shorter, Charlie Rennick, that would have had a lot of neat stuff in it. Yeah, I remember his name. We've messaged, we've texted, we've sent invoices. We've done quite a bit trying to. We get nothing in return. We actually seen him at somebody else's auction, a coin auction, and he never really said anything to us. He told the auctioneer that little poop thing you had with eyes, he had got at Uncle Jed's auction. But I get no return messages from him, and I don't know, I hope I didn't say anything to offend him. I always try to, try not to offend people, and sometimes my blood gets to boiling a little bit, and sometimes I may go off, but I don't think I went off on him. So Robert, I don't know. Uh, Something happened to where uh, he won't answer. India's tried to text him, he just won't answer. Period. And this is somebody we talked to on the phone and got to sort of know his family well, and I considered him a friend, so we don't know what's going on there. But anyway, as we go look at these tomorrow, unless something comes up to where we can't, as we go look at these pallets tomorrow, uh, I'm hoping I'm gonna try to get tools, uh, things the ladies likes, and things that you guys like. And we have started running a Facebook. I know it. Well, I think what happens is uh, you have former workers and stuff that I won't even go there. But I'll get back to this. I started running a Facebook sponsor ad all over the United States. I don't know if some of you guys have seen it. To try to get some few more, which that's going to be, more bidders mean higher prices, or more bidders mean just some more bids coming in. It's not that the prices aren't going good on our auction. It's just, we need more bidders to come in. And we've noticed there's a lot of people, one in Virginia, one in Montana, I think, another one in, might have been West Virginia, that went over and liked her Uncle Jed's auction shed page and liked the link that we're sponsoring. We've done a little test ad to see how it done, and so far I just got a message just from somebody saying they was interested in the auction. I don't know if you guys are watching right now, but all you got to do is send me your YouTube name. You got to subscribe to the page first, and then it takes about a minute before you can come on here and comment. And you send me your real name, and if you got a different name like Sandy Borman, there's Kentucky Rose, tell me your YouTube name and your real name, and then a shipping address. It's got to be a good shipping address to we can ship your items to you, because we combine shipping from Tuesday and Thursday. And people like Robert Warden there, who only got $10 this week, unless it's something for a birthday that they tell us, we'll hold that until next week. And I think Helen Brewer got a $5 item, and I don't think they'll care. I was going through everything yesterday, and those two would be, I think it's 2 or 3 that just very small items and save on shipping and stuff. Like I said, unless it's something you're wanting for a birthday or something quick, I don't think most folks mind. We'll wait if you don't get a bunch to justify shipping on Tuesday and Thursday, but we combine the shipping. We don't charge no extra. A lot of times, if I'm doing the invoicing, I will estimate the shipping, and I'll get it pretty dang close. If I go a little bit over, I'll refund you. If I go a little bit under, then I just eat it. And that way you just get one invoice through PayPal or Square, whichever one you prefer paying through, and you'll get that through your, and I need a good email address. And you just text that number right there. We'd appreciate having you on here. And I will answer you more here. I got somebody trying to bang down the door for a guy, so I've got to get off of here, see what they're wanting. Oh, that's Mama. I'm live on YouTube. See what people might want tomorrow when we go look at the pallets. They'll give me a little list. I've been 3 or 4 just pulling on the doors.
I didn't want back to you.
Do what?
I didn't lock it back, did you?
Kenna's supposed to be up here. He wants me to order him a belt for his
Did you lock it
tractor.
back?
No. The sign's still not up there, is it? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here, and if you're rewatching this, pre-recorded, go ahead and put in the comments things you want us to look for tomorrow. Well, she is fixing to call me, and I kept looking up there. I thought, who is that? My eyes ain't what they used to be. But I appreciate everybody that went on my pre-recorded message that played all night long and made good comments. John was one of them. Diva was another. And that really blessed me by seeing people saying, hey, he has good items. He's got good character and things like that. So that'll help us out. And we'll get us some more friends in here. And it just increased the fun. I would love to get us up from, right now we have usually 50, 55 people watching. I'd love to get back up to at least 80 or 90, 100 people watching. And out of those 50 and 55 that watching, we usually have maybe 8 or 9 that actually bids. 10, that bids sort of consistently. So we get it up to 100, we're going to have maybe 20, 25 that's going to actually bid, and it'll make it more exciting, more fun. So we're going to get off here, and we will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with some goodies, I hope. And Charles Rennick, I will try to get in the basement and find a few little antiques and rarities and things like that to mix in with our auction tomorrow night. But God bless you guys.